Into the words of the Rambam is the meeting between Yaakov and Esav, teaching us a little bit about everyday tests that we have in our life, especially in this generation when there's so many Balei Tshuva and they come from wicked families of ignorant people or wicked people or people that are anti-Torah. You know, there's different levels of secular people. Some are ignorant, they don't have any opinion. Some they know the truth and ignore it. Some hate it, fight it. It's different level of wicked people, not everyone equal. One of the problems is that when you have close relative and he's not religious, that's one of the hardest things to handle. Because when it's a neighbor or a stranger, you cut him out in a second and it's over. It's not a brother, you have to see him in family events or anything like this. Said to them, I'm not interested that the influence of your children would ruin my children. I'm sorry, stay away from us, that's it. As painful as it may get. What do you do when it's parents? It's your parents, meaning the grandparents of the kids, or a brother, or your sister, or even your own son. You can have a son that went off the derech. You have an ultra-Orthodox family, and he's already dressed like a non-Jew, and he wants to join you on holidays, and you still have young kids, very young, maybe 4, maybe 6, maybe 8. Obviously, he's going to be with them for 2 days of Yom Tov and will inject his poison into your little children's mind, right? And then what's going to happen? What is going to happen? Once, twice like that, and the kids will follow his footsteps. Sometimes children like this that went off the derech, they know that they are off the derech. They admit that they are off the derech. Meaning they're not claiming, I have the right truth and you don't have the truth. So when they admit that their way is wrong, and you speak to them before when they want to be invited, and you tell them, listen, we would love to have you over, but you have to be very careful, you have to dress properly, you have to come with a kippah, and you only tell the kids that their way is the right way, don't do the mistake I made. Things like this can actually help. But it's depend what kind of a son you have. If this son on purpose is be there and he wants to bring other brothers with him down to Gehenom, then you're not allowed to bring him in with all the pain and the guilty feeling you may have. When you have one rotten apple in a basket, you gotta get rid of it. If you keep it in a basket, all other 7 apples will be rotten in a day. And sometimes, you don't like to throw an apple to the garbage, better to throw 1 than to throw 8. Unfortunately, it sounds horrible, but it is what it is. Many times in life we have to make a choice between bad and even worse. There's really no good and bad sometimes. Sometimes it's very bad, and sometimes between very bad and bad. You're going to choose the bad. What can you do? It's a very common thing. There was one time a case, many years ago, of a Baal Tshuva who married a Baalat Tshuva. And her mother was the most wicked person I ever spoke to when it comes to anti-religion. Very nasty woman, very dirty, very arrogant, very aggressive, very selfish, threatening, cursing, mamash a real low life. And her daughter, the exact opposite. Nice, classy, quiet, shy, righteous. Baalat Tshuva. And the husband of the daughter, same thing. Nice guy, great guy, love Torah, learn, daven, nice, beautiful. So they had a little kid. And who wants to be with a kid all day? This horrible grandma. Death sentence to that kid. Death sentence. They beg the grandma, don't let her watch television. Don't let her eat not kosher. On purpose she was doing it. She hated the religion so much. She hated her son-in-law and her daughter so much for becoming religious that she did everything she can to kidnap and destroy the daughter. So what do you think happened? They moved away. They took the girl one day and disappeared. Disappeared. What does it mean disappeared? She didn't know where they moved to. They didn't tell her. She was looking for them for a long, long time until she found out where they are. It got so nasty, so terrible. She wanted to get the police involved. She didn't have any case, but she threatened, she tried every dirty trick you can. So, what do you do in a case like this? Do you surrender to such an evil person? Is she more important than your own kids? You want her to make the kids anti-Torah and become liars and arrogant like her and use dirty language? She's going to be a death sentence to your children. This is one test that some Baalei Tshuva has to go in this generation. Sometimes the parents are not hostile. They're not religious, but they respect. They come, the mother is going to cover the hair, put a jacket on her. They respect the place where they are. People like this, there's no reason to take actions against them. They're not a threat. Adrabah, they may see how lovely is the family, maybe we'll give them some thoughts to change themselves. And sometimes you did see cases like this, that the grandkids actually made the grandparents religious. So Rabotai, every case like this is not always you can decide on your own. You have to consult with the Chacham. You tell them exactly what this is. They may ask you a few questions, how they behave when they come. For instance, will they come with a car in the middle of Shabbat? Shabbat started now at 5 p.m. Will they show up at 8 with their car into your driveway? That's a horrible example for the children. Or will they come before Shabbat and respect and stay until after Shabbat? Or maybe they walk. Maybe they live 10 minutes, 15 minutes walk, so they won't come with a car. Or maybe they come with a car, but they park 1 block away because they don't want the kids to see that they came. Or if the father is a smoker, will he come to the terrace and smoke next to the kids that are sitting in the living room? Or he will hold himself for a few hours until they leave and then he will smoke. It's a lot of questions. In chinuch, in education of your children, sometimes one mistake is already too much. It's a destruction of the kid. One mistake. One bad thing you did in front of your kid can be a poison that will constantly kill them day after day, night after night for their entire life. They'll never leave their head.